This video won't apply to most people. This is for type 1 diabetics thinking about climbing Kilimanjaro. I'm a type 1 diabetic, insulin dependent, and therefore I was worried about how might the type 1 diabetes affect my ability to complete the Kilimanjaro climb. So the first question I had in my mind was, would my insulin freeze? The answer was no. I didn't take any particular care of it. I stored it in my day bag most days as I was climbing. It was in the tent, but not particularly insulated at night times, and it never froze. Now, you might want to take more precautions than that, but we found that there was no problem with that. The second thing I was worried about was, would my Freestyle Libre 2, would that fail because of the temperatures? And I guess because it was attached to my body, that never became a problem. I did have a problem one morning on the final morning of the ascent, where my phone had been too cold. It got to about -10 centigrade. And so my phone stopped working. And obviously you can't read your Freestyle Libre 2 if your phone's not working. So that was a problem. But all you have to do is put your phone close to your body and a few minutes later it sparks back into life. So it didn't take very long for my phone to defrost, for want of a better phrase. The food that we got was excellent. It was really good, nutritious, tasty food all the way up the climb. So that was excellent, but it was unfamiliar food. And so I took a personal choice. This is not medical advice. I took a personal choice to slightly under-inject because I wasn't quite sure what the amount of carbohydrate was going to be in the food. And so I allowed my glucose level to run a bit high for the whole trek. In terms of snacks, my preferred snack was Twix bars because they have that caramel element and a biscuity element. It also provided a nice treat as well because sometimes you just fancy something a little bit sweet. Putting on screen the number of steps per day. So prior to going on Kilimanjaro, I was training quite hard. I was doing 10 to 15,000 steps every day, generally on an incline angle on a treadmill, this treadmill. So I was training quite well, and that level of fitness that I'd maintained was adequate for the Kilimanjaro climb. I didn't find myself particularly finding the number of steps I had to do each day outside of my normal patterns. The other thing that I did experience was an element of weight loss. So I lost about 3 to 4 kilograms during the course of the trek. That's not because the food was poor quality, the food was excellent. I think it's a combination of breathing faster and exerting oneself a little bit harder, and also I was allowing my glucose to run a little bit high. And I think those combination of factors led to the weight loss. I did look a little bit thin when I came down, which took a little bit of time to put that weight back on.